Princess Amelia loved books. She enjoyed all kinds, big, small, and old ones filled with magic. Whenever she had free time, she'd find herself curled up in a window seat, lost in a story. But today, the words on the page seemed blurry to her. Her heart pounded like a drum in her chest. The reason? A new servant, a boy named Liam. Liam was different from the other servants. He wasn't old and grumpy or young and clumsy. He was calm, with kind eyes that crinkled when he smiled. He spoke softly, but his words were clear and smart. Today, he was helping Amelia organize new books, stacking them neatly with his strong hands. "This book looks interesting," Amelia said, picking up one with a shiny blue cover. Liam glanced at it. "It's about dragons, Princess." "Dragons?" Amelia's eyes widened. "Do they breathe fire? Do they have sharp claws?" Liam chuckled, a warm sound that made Amelia blush. "Read it and find out, Princess." The rest of the afternoon passed quickly. Amelia learned that Liam loved stories too, especially ones about faraway lands. He told her about his village near a mountain with waterfalls and secret caves. As the sun set, painting the sky in fiery colors, Amelia felt a twinge of sadness. "Thank you, Liam," she said quietly. "This was the best book sorting ever." Liam smiled. "Anytime, Princess. Reading is an adventure." From that day on, Liam became Amelia's secret friend. Every afternoon, they'd escape to a hidden corner in the library, surrounded by books. They'd lose themselves in tales of brave knights, mischievous fairies, and talking animals. Amelia learned about courage, loyalty, and the power of friendship. Liam discovered the beauty of words that painted vivid pictures in his mind. Their secret meetings blossomed into a friendship that warmed Amelia's lonely heart. She confided in Liam about her worries and her dreams of exploring the world beyond the castle walls. Liam, in turn, shared his hopes of becoming a scholar, eager to learn everything he could. One rainy afternoon, as they sat snuggled under a thick tapestry, Amelia confessed, "Liam, being a princess is so boring." Liam looked at her, his expression serious. "But Princess, you are loved. You have everything you need." Amelia shook her head, a tear rolling down her cheek. "Not everything. I want freedom. I want adventure, like in the stories we read." Liam reached out, wiping away her tear with a gentle touch. "Don't cry, Princess." The warmth of his hand lingered on her cheek, sending shivers down her spine. Suddenly, the library didn't feel safe anymore. It felt different. Liam's eyes held a new emotion, something she couldn't identify. Amelia pulled away, confused and flustered. I think I need some air." She hurried out of the library, leaving Liam staring after her, his heart pounding in his chest. Days turned into weeks, and a heavy silence settled between Amelia and Liam. Stolen glances and whispered conversations were replaced by awkward avoidance. Amelia missed their chats, the way Liam's eyes lit up when he talked about books. But she couldn't shake the feeling that something had changed, something both scary and exciting. One morning, a messenger arrived with news. The king was planning a grand ball to celebrate Amelia's upcoming birthday. Princes from neighboring kingdoms would be invited, suitors vying for her hand in marriage. Panic seized Amelia. Marrying a stranger? She exclaimed to her lady-in-waiting, Clara. I don't even want to think about it. Clara, a wise woman with a knowing smile, patted Amelia's hand. Then you must find a way to choose your own path, princess. Amelia's thoughts turned to Liam. He wasn't a prince, but he was kind, intelligent, and made her feel alive. Maybe, just maybe, there was a way. The night of the ball arrived. The castle buzzed with excitement. Amelia, adorned in a shimmering gown, felt like a caged bird. Princes from all corners of the kingdom paraded before her, boasting of their wealth and lands. Amelia forced polite smiles, her heart sinking with each passing moment. Then she saw him. Liam, standing stiffly at the edge of the ballroom, looking out of place amongst the nobility. But his eyes met hers, and a silent conversation passed between them. Amelia knew what she had to do. With a deep breath, Amelia excused herself from the stifling company of a pompous prince and marched towards Liam. The room fell silent as the princess approached the lone servant. Liam, Amelia said, her voice surprisingly steady. May I have this dance? Liam's jaw dropped. But princess, Please, Amelia pleaded, her eyes shining with determination. Liam couldn't refuse. Taking her hand, he led her to the dance floor. The music, a slow waltz, filled the air. As they swayed together, Amelia felt a familiar warmth bloom in her chest. Why are you here, Liam? She whispered. I couldn't bear the thought of you marrying someone you don't love, Liam confessed, his voice barely a murmur. Amelia's heart skipped a beat. Did he feel the same way? She leaned closer, her voice barely above a whisper. Neither could I. The dance ended, but the unspoken words hung heavy in the air. The king, a portly man with a booming voice, approached them, his face a mask of thunder. Amelia, what is the meaning of this? He bellowed. Amelia straightened her back, her gaze unwavering. Father, I refuse to marry any of these princes. I don't love them. The king sputtered, his face turning even redder. But a princess must marry. It is your duty. With all due respect, Father, Amelia countered, her voice gaining strength. There's no law that says a princess can't marry for love. The room erupted in gasps. The notion of a princess choosing love over duty was unheard of. Suddenly, a voice rose above the din. It was the queen, a gentle woman with eyes that mirrored Amelia's. Perhaps, Your Majesty, we should hear Amelia out. The king glared at his wife, then back at Amelia. After a tense silence, he sighed. Very well. Speak your mind, child. Amelia took a deep breath. I love Liam, she declared, her voice ringing clear. He is kind, intelligent, and makes me happy. I want to marry him, not some stranger chosen for political gain. A stunned silence descended upon the room. Then, a ripple of applause started, timidly at first, then growing louder. Many of the guests, tired of the old ways, found courage in Amelia's defiance. The king, however, remained unmoved. This is outrageous. A servant? It's unthinkable. Liam, emboldened by Amelia's courage and the murmur of support from the crowd, stepped forward. Your Majesty, I may not be a prince, but I am a good man. I will love and respect Princess Amelia with all my heart. Amelia squeezed Liam's hand, her heart swelling with gratitude. The queen, her eyes sparkling with affection, placed a hand on the king's arm. After what felt like an eternity, the king finally spoke. "Very well," he said, his voice gruff but defeated. "But you must prove yourself worthy, boy. Serve the royal guard for a year. If you excel, I will consider your proposal." Relief and joy washed over Amelia and Liam. It wasn't a perfect solution, but it was a chance. A chance to prove their love and defy tradition. The next year was a whirlwind for Liam. He trained tirelessly, proving his bravery and strength. Amelia, no longer confined to her chambers, used her free time to learn about the kingdom's affairs and the lives of its people. Their bond grew stronger, fueled by shared dreams and unwavering support. Finally, the year ended. Liam returned, a proud soldier with a determined glint in his eyes. On the day of his evaluation, the king put him through a series of rigorous tests. Liam aced them all, his skills and courage undeniable. The king watched in silence, a flicker of grudging respect in his eyes. Finally, he turned to Amelia. "Well, princess?" Amelia stood tall. "Father, Liam has proven himself worthy. I love him, and I believe he will be a good husband and a loyal servant to the crown." The king studied their faces, a long, tense moment passing between them. Then, to everyone's surprise, he smiled. "All right," he said, his voice gruff but gentle. "You have won your case. Prepare for the wedding." Cheers erupted in the throne room. The queen embraced Amelia, tears of joy welling in her eyes. Liam scooped Amelia into a hug, spinning her around until she was dizzy with happiness. News of the princess's unconventional love story spread throughout the kingdom, sparking a wave of excitement and hope. People talked about the changing times, the possibility of love conquering duty. The wedding was a joyous occasion, a celebration of love and rebellion. People from all walks of life lined the streets, cheering for the princess and her love. Amelia, radiant in a simple gown, walked down the aisle on her father's arm, a proud smile on her face. When her eyes met Liam's, waiting at the altar, a wave of emotion washed over her. He looked handsome and nervous, a perfect reflection of her own feelings. The ceremony was short and sweet, the vows spoken with trembling voices that held a universe of love. As Amelia slipped the ring onto Liam's finger, a single tear rolled down her cheek, a tear of joy and relief. They sealed their union with a kiss that symbolized the dawn of a new era, an era where love, not duty, dictated a princess's destiny. Life after marriage wasn't a fairy tale. There were challenges, disagreements, and the weight of expectation. But Amelia and Liam faced them together. Amelia, no longer a sheltered princess, actively participated in governing the kingdom. She used her position to advocate for education and equality, inspired by the stories she'd read in the library. Liam, by her side, proved to be a wise and trusted advisor, his knowledge and compassion earning him the respect of the court. Years passed, and Amelia and Liam became a beloved couple, their love story a constant source of inspiration. They had children, a lively bunch who inherited their parents' adventurous spirit and love for learning. The castle library, once a place of solitary refuge for Amelia, became a haven for the whole family, filled with laughter, whispered stories, and the comforting scent of old books. One evening, as Amelia sat curled up with a book, Liam entered the library, his face etched with concern. He sat beside her, his hand brushing against hers. "What troubles you, my love?" Amelia asked, placing a bookmark between the pages. Liam sighed. "The king, he's not well." Amelia's heart sank. The king, despite his initial disapproval, had grown fond of Liam. He'd even come to appreciate Amelia's strong will and dedication. "What does the doctor say?" she asked, her voice laced with worry. "He's getting old, Amelia," Liam said gently. "It's time we started preparing for the future." Amelia knew he was right. A shadow of sadness fell over them, the weight of responsibility settling on their shoulders. But as they looked at each other, their hands intertwined, a silent promise passed between them. They would face whatever came next, together, their love the guiding light in the face of uncertainty. The king's reign eventually came to an end, and Amelia ascended the throne, not just as a princess who defied tradition, but as a queen who ruled with wisdom, compassion, and a deep love for her people. By her side stood Liam, not just a servant boy who won a princess's heart, but a king who earned the respect and loyalty of his kingdom. Their story, whispered through generations, became a testament to the enduring power of love, a love that dared to challenge the status quo and write a new chapter in the history of their land.